to talk basically about our future. We all know, and this is why we're here today, that our current efforts to tackle climate change are not enough. If we look at the kind of future that we're heading for, even with current emission reduction pledges globally, it's a future that's 3, 4, maybe more degrees Celsius hotter than today, right? And I used to work in climate science, so I've spent quite a long time looking at exactly what that future looks like. And quite frankly, it's just depressing, right? I don't even want to talk about it, let alone live in it. So now I work on a project called Zero Carbon Britain at the Centre for Alternative Technology. And I think what we need to do is have the ability to imagine an alternative, a different future. It needs to be credible, right? It needs to have substance to it. And what we do is that we model a technically robust scenario. So we do all the sums, right? In which the UK has risen to the challenge of climate change. What does that look like? What does that mean? It's an alternative future. Because when we look at what we need to do to tackle climate change, we need much more than an 80% reduction by 2050. We need at least net zero greenhouse gas emissions, basically ASAP, right? We prove that this is possible using only currently available technology, right? Technologically, there is no reason for less ambitious action than this. There is no reason not to start immediately. We can reduce UK energy demand by 60% and maintain a modern standard of living, right? We have huge renewable resources in the UK. In fact, we have one of the best wind resources in the world. And we can power the UK with 100% renewable clean energy. We don't need fossil fuels. We don't need fracking, and we don't need nuclear power. This is a reliable energy system. We can count on it to cater for our energy demand every single hour, even when the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine. We've got enough space on UK land not only to provide ourselves with healthy, sustainable diets, but to grow the biomass sustainably that we need for the energy system, and to have more space for natural systems, for forests, for peatlands, for really important habitats. So we all know, right, that these aren't small changes. We need to basically do a lot of stuff, okay? We need to insulate our buildings, electrify our transport system, change how we travel, how much we travel. We need to scale up our renewable and generation technology amazingly. We need to change what we eat and how we use our land. I'm not saying this is easy. But climate change is a big problem, and there is no small solution. We need to recognise that the choice is not between change and no change. Business as usual is not a possible future. If we continue as we are, we will change the climate system that we will not be able to continue doing the same things as we are doing today. So the real choice is between changing in response to a rapidly altered climate system or changing by choice.